create a graphic novel series based on the screenplay that I wrote for the Deathstroke origin film. So I had to let it go. James Gunn was like, let it go, just let it go.
Let it go, let it go, let it go. Why? Joe Manganiello. Do I say his name right? I think that's his name, right? But Joe Manganiello, and of course, we got Joe Manganiello and Deathstroke. And we were always kind of wondering, is he going to be returning as Deathstroke? Because we know that he's friends with James Gunn. I think they play Dungeons and Dragons together or something like that, yeah? Or what is it? They play something together, right? I guess they've had they're good friends, essentially. So it was always kind of like up in the air, like what's going to happen when it comes to that? And then, well, is there anything that's going to happen with his Deathstroke movie script, which we've heard about? But he did say something interesting when he interviewed with Chris Killian, and this got people excited.
Can I hold out hope at all that we might get to see you as Deathstroke in James Gunn's DC universe?
James is my buddy, and James and I had a conversation about it because Jim Lee over at DC Comics wanted me to create a graphic novel series based on the screenplay that I wrote for the Deathstroke origin film that then was part of when they were dismantling the DCEU. That went to the wayside as well. But Jim read it and wanted it to be a graphic novel series. But no one could assure me that if it garnered the attention of directors, producers, that I could definitely be attached. So I had to let it go. James Gunn was like, let it go, just let it go.
Let it go, let it go, let it go. Why? I don't want to let it go. I want to see that shit. I think we all kind of realized that, yeah, Manganiello's not coming back, which makes sense. Perfectly fine. I've already accepted that. I didn't think like he would actually come back. Maybe there was a little bit of hope. Sure. And then, of course, we saw those images of Manganiello and Jim Lee together when it came to, they were eating steaks together, and then it's like, okay. So he talks about a graphic novel based on his script that maybe Jim Lee wanted to do, and they just met with each other. Oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. We're getting some Snyderverse books. Sadly, we gotta pump the brakes on that one. As exciting as that sounds, and I want to talk a little bit more about it, but as exciting as that sounds, we actually have Joe Manganiello, who went to Twitter and kind of clarified things when it came to that. Cliff notes: Jim and James are my close friends and respected legends in their industries, and have always been supportive of me. I love how he put 3 twice. That character was a part of another universe in a movie that was never made. That all happened years ago. We've all moved on. Time to cancel Joe, guys. He's part of the move on crew, or whatever the hell that I've been accused of being when it comes to Snyder fandom. He said move on. That's good. I'm glad that he actually did that. I'm glad that he did a follow-up, because obviously it's making a lot of noise right now. But at the same time, the reason why it's making a lot of noise is like, Jim Lee, DC Comics, you're leaving some money on the table here. If we're not going to get the Snyderverse continued, restored in live action, put it in a fucking book. Put it in a book series. You have Batman 89, Superman 78, put the Snyderverse. You could even have Snyderverse, like in cool, you could design some really cool letters and just have these stories. You can have the Batfleck movie. You can have Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3, and any kind of spin-offs that might have been in the works, the Cyborg movie, a different Flash movie, I don't know. You could just have it all in book form, and I think you can make a pretty good killing on that. I think there's money left on the table, because, again, the reason why that people are talking about this and how Joe had to clarify stuff, because it's making the rounds. It's making the rounds. All the posts that I posted on Twitter, on Instagram, people are commenting about it. And it's like, and a lot of people in the Snyder fandom and just in general would just be like, okay, yeah, if we're not going to get the future movies, I would accept it in a book. In a comic book, in a graphic novel.